My name is Joey List, and today I will be talking about my summer research examining the NBA draft. First, let me give you a little bit of history. Prior to 1971, only college graduates were eligible for the National Basketball Association draft. In 1971, the Supreme Court case, Hayward v. the NBA, allowed non-college graduates to be drafted if they could prove financial hardship. The time series shown in the slide depicts the number of students utilizing the new hardship rule, and as you can see, that number has increased in recent years. To give you an idea of the magnitude, prior to 1995, only 3 freshmen were drafted, but in the last 20 years, there have been 109 freshman draftees. One of our research goals was to estimate the length and success of an NBA career based on years played in college and draft position. Success was defined by different performance statistics such as points, minutes played, games started, games played, and game score. Game score is a calculated statistic based on several offensive and defensive statistics. Additionally, we looked at success for the age 27 season, since this is commonly viewed as a time of peak performance for basketball players. The data used for this study included data for all players since 1989. That year was chosen for consistency because prior to 1989, there were more than 2 rounds in the draft. Depending on the research goal, different groups of players were used in the analysis. Annual performance statistics were collected from basketballreference.com. Survival analysis results indicated statistically significant differences between college statuses. This survival plot shows 95% confidence intervals that can be used to estimate median career length for each group. For example, the estimated median for the high schooler and freshman group is somewhere around 13 years. Additionally, a logistic regression found that college status was a significant factor, increasing the likelihood of a player reaching 500 career games. Two-factor ANOVA was used to analyze several career performance statistics. Interaction effects were found only in the case of career game score and career points. The nature of the interactions seemed to be very mild, as noted by the parallel lines. Thus, we focused on the main effects and interpretation. Tukey comparisons were used to look at differences by college status and draft position for each performance statistic. Sample means, together with Tukey groupings, are shown on the slide. Some highlights. Freshmen and seniors are significantly different for every performance statistic examined for their entire career. Also, there are differences across the board between lottery, late first, and second round picks, as might be expected. Similar comparisons were obtained for the age 27 season. Again, complete separation was observed based on draft pick, but there was less clarity on the basis of year in school. In particular, games started and games played were not significantly different among the different college groups, which might be expected because a player could play only a maximum of 82 games in a season. To conclude, the findings of this study were as expected. We found that players leaving college early have longer and more productive careers. They reach greater average peak performance and have greater likelihood of longevity. It is important to recognize, though, that talent level likely plays a very large role in the choice to leave early. Lastly, we also found, as expected, that NBA teams do reasonably well with regard to the different portions of the draft, with success being more likely for earlier draftees. This concludes my presentation. Please feel free to send me questions about the research if you like. I'd like to take the time to thank US Proc and those associated to putting this conference together for the opportunity to present. Also, if you are interested in other statistics and sports research happening at NKU, please feel free to visit our website, www.nku.edu/Nolan J1/SIS.htm.